Well, hello everyone. Welcome back. Welcome back. Hi everyone. My name is Joe, aka Cool Runnings. I see him pronouns. Welcome to my gym. Welcome to the lift. Welcome to Evie, especially, who is hiding in a corner, being a little weirdo. Hey, how we doing, friends? Happy Friday. If I didn't get a chance to tell you, hey, now I can see all of chat. Isn't that wonderful? Isn't that wonderful?
Right, the poison.
The poison for Cusco. The poison chosen special to kill Cusco's poison. Long time no see. Except I've been seeing you this entire time. I've been right up in your window, right up in your back door. We're doing 5 lifts this week. That's wild. Ahoy hoy! Welcome in, Suea. We got some pre-workout. We got a spreadsheet that I didn't actually write down the workout for. Did Wifey steal your old monitor? So I had been meaning to give Wifey that monitor for a while. And I'll show y'all. So I got the I got a Prime Day deal on an Acer monitor, nice 27-incher. That is honestly, it's gorgeous. So one of the things that I wanted to try to do today that we're not going to have time for if I want to actually lift, is I'm just going to copy and paste and then we'll make changes. Is getting it mounted on the wall. No wall mounting will happen today. We're going to switch this over to a DB incline press. 4 sets. We'll do pull-ups, pec flies. I'm going to move this to incline pec flies. We'll do some upright rows. Yeah, we'll keep doing upright rows. Skull crushers, easy curls, rear delt races. Maybe we'll switch up the skull crushers. I'm not sure what we'll change that up to yet, but yeah. Yeah, 27 is big. It's a big boy. It's a big boy. I mean, if I take this camera and pull it around here, like now we got our laptop, we got this monitor, and up here, the space where we've got some of this like what you call it, organization, right? We're gonna move these drills. I basically measured out the entire space under here with the intent of being able to mount a monitor up there. And that's the plan, is to mount a monitor there. The other thing I wanted to oh no, something wrong. Cam? What's wrong, Chris? Considering mounting an extra TV when we have to Ronnie Coleman on repeat. Time to bleed. Hello, Michael. Welcome in. Michael, you missed gardening time. We just finished up out in the garden. We did we spent some time out there doing some pruning, some plucking, some planting. Oh, you know what, Michael, you're reminding me. However unintentionally, you are reminding me that I need to get this yeah, we got a pretty good harvest. Oh, I brought it inside. We got some cukes, we got some tomatoes. Yeah, tomatoes and cukes. That-a-way. Yeah, we got some tomatoes and cucumbers going. And the cucumbers are big. Because of the fact that I don't know when we're actually gonna do a pickling evening, wifey and I don't know when we're gonna be able to do pickling. So I'm gonna bring some cukes over to see family this weekend, and they're gonna be like, "Wow, look at all these cucumbers." I'm gonna say, "I know. Please make this problem disappear." And I do love fresh cukes though. They're so refreshing. If it weren't for the fact that I just needed like some good simple carbs. Oh, you reminded me to get the bot started so I could give you a shouty. Couples that pickle together, stickle together. Know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? We'll stickle together for in eternity. See if this works. Hell yeah. There we go. Cucumbers are watermelons with an MBA. Are you implying that only much smaller versions, much smaller, more bitter versions of things are MBA? You know what? That might be true. That might be true. I don't know. I don't know. Everyone go check out Mile. Go check out Michael. He runs Miles. Dear friend. Part of the gooder group, the gooder flamboyance. I know these things. Chaos Crows, welcome in. What's a good entry point for someone that's 5'11", over 260 pounds to start losing weight? I would say just like 3 days of resistance training per week and trying to increase your daily step count. Like that is probably the simplest thing that I could recommend is start walking. And try to find your way into like a couple of days of resistance training a week so that you can start getting comfortable with lifting weights if you're not already. But welcome in. Welcome in. Thank you for asking that vulnerable question. Because everyone's starting from somewhere, right? And it's not always easy to be like, I don't know what to do. I don't know where to start. I'm gonna eat a rice cake. To answer that question a little more, I think it's really helpful. And Jazzy actually was talking about this on Wednesday. Rage Jazzy, one of our fellow streamer pals, was talking about how it's been really helpful for them to introduce fewer changes all at once, to like focus on building one habit at a time. And I think that that's one of the reasons why when someone talks about like, I'd like to start losing weight, I always start with movement, because movement is something like you can relatively, I'm not going to say relatively easily, but it's a little more intuitive to make changes to food. Like that's something that you can on a day-to-day basis just kind of really like ramp up or turn down. But with movement, that's like it can be a little easier if you're slowly starting to build that habit up. That's just my opinion. I don't care that I'm fat. I know what I am, want to ask questions so I can do something about it. Also understand that everyone's gonna have this mindset, but still. No, hey, you know what? Like if you I'll do those I'll do those squats for you, Mitch. I appreciate you sharing that because this is a fat positive space. I know some people don't like it when I use that terminology. Body positive, fat positive. It's like there is nothing inherently wrong with being fat. There are some health risks associated with certain things that are associated with being fat. That can be a reality. But it can also be okay of just like, hey, like I'm a fat person and I just exist. And like, you know, society could be nicer to fat people, I think. But yeah, dude, I'm here to help. I'm here to answer questions. Pre-diabetic? Yep. Yeah. So definitely start with movement. I would start with movement, and then if you're seeing a healthcare provider, talk with them about diet and what could be appropriate. But starting with movement, like just trying to get a little more walking in, and like Zach says, add more good things. You know, if you can starting your mornings with a walk, either like on a walking treadmill or on a treadmill or like around the block, like that has been a habit that I picked up over the years that has been so helpful for me in so many ways, mentally, emotionally, physically. Like finding if you really struggle with the concept of cardio and like going on walks and whatnot, finding things to do while you do those things. I actually need this here. Yes. This needs to be on here because we're going to do some incline press. Forgot about that. So I listen to a lot of podcasts. I listen to a lot of podcasts, listen to some audiobooks. Let me get a shout out for Zachbot before I forget. It's Zachbot. Oh, you're welcome, Mitch. Mitch, welcome in, by the way. I started food tracking this week. According to the default recommendations, my carbs are quite low. Something I should think about adjusting, or if I feel good, doesn't matter. You know, for you, Berg, are you are on a deficit? You're trying to lose weight? How much weight per week are you trying to lose? Or like what percentage of body fat are you trying to lose every week? Meaning to get into the mindset of doing the walking. An accountability partner could be helpful for you. So if you have someone in your life that either also wants to do the walking, I will catch flack from people on this occasionally of like really advocating for step tracking, because it's entirely true that the whole like 10,000 steps thing is arbitrary. But just because something is arbitrary doesn't mean that it's not helpful. And that in particular is something that I found to be extremely helpful. We're gonna start. You know what? No, I was gonna skip warm-ups, but we're not gonna do that. It's like I've been out doing gardening stuff. That might mean that I should skip warm-ups, but I ain't gonna do that. Yeah, so we're gonna go check out Zach. Zach is one of our big beefy brothers in arms. Lolda Jill, welcome in. How are you? Really at maintenance right now? Maybe a slow bulk, but I'm a little goalless right now. Yeah, I mean, like, if you just want to stay maintenance, if you're at maintenance and your weight really is not moving, if your weight's not moving and you don't really care about it moving too much, or like you want to be maybe in a slight surplus, I don't think you have to worry too much about what your carb and fat intake is. I think you're spot on with like looking at energy levels and what feels good. If you want to be a little more scientific about it, Berg, you could look at making sure you get like 30 to 40 grams of carbohydrates in before your workouts, like in the hour before your workouts, and then within an hour after your workout, getting a similar amount of carbohydrates. Because the carbs before your workout, it's more important when you're on a deficit because it's going to prevent you from going catabolic. But like, yeah, I would I've found that monitoring in particular carbs around the workout is the only thing that matters. I don't know. That's not true. That's oversimplifying. Exercise isn't punishment. It may take time to find exercise you enjoy. Discomfort is a normal part of any process that brings change. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah. So fully, that's another thing too, is like calling someone or trying to like walking the dog has been a big thing for me. Kenai, welcome in. How many miles do you recommend walking for starters? I recommend looking at time, not miles. So especially, you said, and you shared your stats being at 5'11", 260. If you've not been walking much at all, then you don't want to go from like 1,000 steps a day to 10,000 steps a day overnight. Maybe your first week, if you've been doing no walking, it's like at most doing a 20 to 30 minute walk and maybe sneaking in some 5 to 10 minute walks throughout the day. Just breaking up periods of extended sitting. And then eventually getting to where you're doing like multiple 15-minute walks per day. Or if it works better for your schedule, to do one long walk. But yeah, I wouldn't look too much at mileage right away. I would just look at time, and I would stick to like no more, like if it's their very first week and you've not done any walking at all, stick to like 20 to 30 minutes tops. And then like as you go from week to week, you'll be able to build up and do longer walks without feeling much pain. You just want to be careful. But you got to do it every day. That's the hard part, but it does get easier. Yes, Jay. I still haven't watched BoJack, but that is always on my mind. Yeah, Berg, and hit me up if you want to talk about it more. Let me know. Michael, how's your marathon training feeling? Honestly, it's feeling good. This is my down week for running, so I didn't run on Tuesday. Initially, I was planning to just do a shorter run on Tuesday, but I don't know, like my legs didn't feel good, and I thought, like, what do I really gain out of this except for like feeling like I'm still moving and maybe burning some calories? And I couldn't really identify what it was. I was like, well, if my goal is to recover and I don't feel like I can run in a recovered way, I'm gonna take the day off. Also, I did that lift that I wouldn't normally do on Tuesdays, so it didn't make sense for me to run. But the PT that I've been going to, that I was at this morning, has been helpful in identifying some of the weaknesses that I need to work on. And I've got a lot of foot, ankle, calf stuff that I just like wasn't super aware of, that I'm gonna have to spend some time working through. But DM with a pic from one of my walks. I need to check now. Just thought it was kind of cool. Hell yeah. I love that, Doc. I'm gonna check that out later. I'm gonna check that out while I'm eating lunch today. Finding a type of exercise that you enjoy rather than jamming traditional treadmill. Yes. Yeah. That's I mean, like, there's I'm of both minds on this, right? And I think that this is, both of these are valid, right? I agree that exercise should not be a punishment. Should not feel like a punishment. 100%. Can you always find something that is fun or enjoyable with exercise? You can. And if you find that that's really, really difficult for you, like you've tried lots of things and you don't enjoy, like there's not one thing that feels like fun or super enjoyable, like I want you to know that that's okay too. Sometimes we're just going to do things that we don't like because it's good for us. And sometimes it's going to feel like a grind. And that's okay. And that's okay. Let's go Red Wings, yes. But yeah, I just want to validate that feeling too. It's like if you've tried exercise, you've tried walking, rowing, running, cycling, lifting, strongman, you know, like if you've tried all sorts of things, then and you're not really having that much fun, find the thing that sucks the least for sure. But you're not a bad person. There's nothing wrong with you if you find that you don't just like enjoy doing exercise. Yeah. Try watching health gurus on YouTube and TikTok. All see the same shit. It's not really beginner friendly and costs a crap ton of money. Yeah, no, I mean, Crows, you are speaking to a big issue with like the fitness industry in general. And like there are times when I feel like I'm doing a bad job because I don't sell plans along with the stuff that I'm doing. But then there are times where I feel like that's the best possible thing for me to avoid doing, because I don't want the undertone of what we have in this space to be like, buy something if you want to succeed. Because there's so much free stuff out there. And like, if anything, I'd like to help people navigate what is good stuff and what is not good stuff, and who is potentially out to just like take your money and not care about your well-being. But yeah, thank you, Michael. No, I mean, overall, running marathon training has been feeling pretty good. I had a discussion with Lou about actually making some running gains, or some. Oh god, Evie scared me. Actually making some more progress with my lifts and like what that means for running. I still do want to do a marathon this year, but I know that it's gonna mean I'm not gonna make the lifting progress I want to make this summer. That's okay. This is our second warm-up set. We're gonna, I think we'll do 70 for these for a working weight. Yeah, maybe 75. We'll try 75. No, that's a little on the heavier end for me, but I'm feeling motivated today. I had some pizza last night, so I'm carved up, baby. Okay. Switch up the old power blocks. You know your love is fine, and I say shit I don't mean. Try that one switch game. didn't work for long. Yeah, I also fell off of what is it, Ring Fit Adventure. I dropped off that shit so fast. I tried so hard to enjoy it, and it was fun initially, but then it actually gets to the point. This is, I might be misremembering it, but like this is the thing that I go back and forth on with Ring Fit is like there's this point that you get to in the game where the actual battling becomes significantly more difficult, and it's like that can exist, that's fine, but when you are trying to get someone to exercise by playing a video game, making it feel futile to do an exercise, I don't know, maybe that was just my experience, but at a certain point it felt like, okay, I just did like 10 squats and 15 V-tucks, and this like little blob number 1 still isn't dead. What the fuck? Something can be fun and still be difficult. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, sometimes something being difficult makes it more fun. It's true. It's true. I'm trying to balance this new lifting plan with more miles, and it's a lot. Michael, are you eating more? Here's my check-in for you, big guy. Are you eating more? Wife and I are making a Monopoly game on our walks. Give ourselves millions of dollars and then purchase the houses we like. Oh, that's so good. That's so good. Are you charging her rent? Like, hey, you stepped on my sidewalk. You owe me $500,000. Kind of fucked up how Monopoly works that way. Josh, welcome in. Josh, you've been here. Excuse me. Welcome in, Eddie. How are you? Do you have a time in mind for the marathon, or are you just seeing what happens? I would love to get close to 3:30. My that is around the pace that I feel like I have been when I've done really well in marathons. So if I can break 3:30 on this marathon, it'd be fantastic. But I'm not gonna like be tied to that, you know? Thigh, welcome in. I'm doing great, thank you. Thanks for stopping in while you're making dinner. I really appreciate it. Refit called me healthy and obese one day. Yeah. I mean, fitness technology is always going to be a little bit goofy like that, for sure. You like football? Lunar, do you mean like American football or like European football? Dark Souls fitness. People have done that, right? Like they've found a way to... I mean, I guess there's like the DDR pads that people play Dark Souls with, yeah. Michael, that's it. That's the problem. So like here, we always end up pulling this up at one point, but I'll do my next set and then we'll talk through spreadsheet and what I've been trying to figure out with splits, because that is a really challenging thing about hybrid training. The most challenging thing is like, where do you actually rest if you want to lift enough and run enough? All right, 75s. You will play the tambourine. Yes. Ugh. 9 on the first set. 9, 9, 9, 9, 9. Whew. Yeesh. Oh, pretty good. Billy Two-Turn. What's up, my guy? You have to run from the Monopoly debt collectors. Just man, does that make it a little too real? If we turn your walking Monopoly game into walking debt collection? There's a lot of running in soccer. Excuse me. Come on. I'm going to talk about the spreadsheet thing in a second, but welcome in, Billy. Ooh. Is anyone play on words of that old Disney movie? It is, yes. About the Jamaican bobsled team. Which, you know, eventually I'll actually incorporate something with Jamaican bobsled team movie into the stream. All I need is one alert, and I still haven't done it. One alert, like one sub alert to pop up to be like, feel the rhythm, feel the rhyme, and then it actually makes sense. But got a bit real when I took my wife to jail. Well, frankly, probably deserved it. I don't know much, but I know. Probably deserved it. All right, let's look at a spreadsheet. We love spreadsheets, right? Where's this? So this is my weekly plan. I have an A week and a B week. And one of the things that's really difficult when you are trying to balance running and lifting is actually fitting all of these things in with enough time for rest, both for running and for different muscle groups. Right now, you will see, really, I only hit legs on Wednesdays because Sundays are like my big... Sundays are the big effort day where I do a long run and then I go to the gym a little while afterward. But then Mondays, we're going to start doing a pull day and an easy run later in the training sequence, which is going to be like starting next week. Tuesdays, we're only running, and that's going to be like almost like a rest day in itself, using lower intensity running as a rest day, and then doing lifting, then doing higher intensity running, then doing higher intensity lifting, Saturday being a rest day, and then starting over again on Sunday. But like literally anytime you change one little piece, anytime you move, like pull one little lever, the other ones just like start to fall apart. So I drafted my current plan like 7 times before I actually landed on something that felt good. And so, like, I might still change it, right? But here's the thing. I'm doing it for fun. I'm doing it because I like it. I'm not an elite athlete. I have nothing on the line. So, like, if I don't do something correctly, as long as I'm not getting injured, I'll be fine. That's the benefit of learning to enjoy it. And, like, shifting from the mindset of exercising into training for something that you like doing is like, then you're just enjoying doing it. And like being fit becomes kind of a secondary piece, but that's also a very privileged standpoint from someone who is already fit. Two. Eight. Should have taken the last one on the first set. It's a little too much. Tried too hard. Oh boy. Oh boy, kids. No one wants to hear Mickey Mouse bullshit. You an Android user? Download MP3s. I use Spotify. As much as I am like not super all about the way that Spotify pays artists, it is a monthly subscription service that gets me podcasts, downloadable music, some free audiobooks. So yeah, I've been using Spotify for a while. Hang on a second. Got to start writing things down. Week 3. Day 5, Friday, 7/19/2024. We got incline, PB press. We did 50, 60, 75, 75, 75. I'd like to do 4 sets, but I don't know. Did 9 and then 8. You're not dead on Sunday nights. That's what I had to do too, double up on one day. Yeah. Yeah. So I am my nutrition on Sundays, Michael, has been interesting. Sunday is the day that I'm just like, I don't care how many calories I put in my body, except for in that little window of before I run, during my run, after my run, and before my lift, and then after my lift. And like, that is just like, I am eating every hour, every 2 hours, trying to just like pack in. I'll send you some screenshots of what those days look like. But for that, it's just like I try to carb up the day before and then just get carbs and a little bit of protein throughout that morning. And then when I'm done training, like as long as I take a little bit of time in between and eat, but like between those between the run and the lift, sometimes I take a nap on Sundays. But like, yeah, I end up feeling okay in the evenings. I'm able to get a decent amount done. Took me about a year and a half to realize I do this for fun, huh? Yeah, but it's amazing when you realize that, right? Then you stop taking, like, you can still take it seriously and still be like have fun with it. They don't compress their music. Oh, so Chaos, you there's a setting in Spotify to lower the quality. Like I know it means lower quality, but you can also lower the amount of space that it takes up on your phone. Tomorrow will be a calibration day. Reps till failure. Then base workouts on that. Lunar, have you done any workouts prior to that? That's my question for you. If you've not done any workouts at all prior to that, I wouldn't take your first day to just go to failure. I would do at least like 2 weeks of just like trying stuff first. Yeah. Yep, all good. I will wait. I have zero motivation to work out today. Sleep and nutrition are on track, but I've been so tired lately. Gonzo, that's rough. How was your how's the weight loss going though? Thank you for the follow. Like, have you been seeing a good trend downward? Does it feel like you're making the progress you want to make? Welcome in, Gonzo. Welcome back, folks. So Lunar, what I was saying was, have you like what is the have you been doing any workouts at all? Because if you've not done any workouts at all, and this is like you going to do this max out is the first time you've done it, I would not. Like I would, if you're open to the advice on it, don't get anywhere near, yeah, don't get near failure on this first workout. Like you'll get a good workout, you could get a good pump. There's also a chance that you'll get injured, right? Even with light weights, if you're just like gunning it out and your body is not used to physiologically, and I'll explain this in a moment. But I would always recognize starting slow. Even if your starting slow is like feels like a weird thing to do. Oh, good. Good. Yeah, we're gonna do another set. Ooh. Blech. We'll do another one. Maybe I'll finish this damn rice cake. 20 pounds in 4 months. Dude, that's great. Yeah, I mean, if you're feeling really tired and you're feeling zero motivation to work out and you've been working out for 4 months and losing weight for 4 months, that's a long time in a deficit, dude. So I can offer some suggestions if you want, or we can just kind of sit with that today. That's okay. I'm not gonna sign you up to get preached at every time you walk in. I think a refeed week could be helpful. Yeah. Refeed week or even 2 days. 2 days of same stuff you've been eating, but just slightly more carbs to where you're hitting like at or slightly above maintenance. Hello, Darius. Jay, have a good lurk. Yeah, two days of refeed could do you some good. And if you want to work out on those days, great. But if you want to just like actually take it easy, you could. Yeah, just a little bit of carbs, a little bit of extra carbs. And if you can, try to focus on getting really good sleep. Like, especially if you're someone who gets up early to work out, and that's like part of what gets you just a little bit less sleep. You know, swap it out with a walk or try to sleep in a little bit. Go get her. Yeah, refeeds are Evie's gonna make a lot of noise. Refeeds are periods during a diet, and especially a long diet. If you're just doing like a 6-week cut, you're probably not gonna need a refeed. But if you take like say a 12-week diet, 3 months basically, and you take 1 day kind of in the middle of that, or 2 days, to just refill those glycogen stores, give yourself a little bit more rest. You can sometimes find that your energy will bounce back a little bit if you've been plateauing on weight loss, and it feels like the scale's not moving, or you feel like you're not seeing progress for a little while. You can sometimes get just a little bit of like metabolic benefit from that. Hi, wifey. My wife is home. Ah. Come on. Beautiful. Exactly what I wanted today. I got exactly what I wanted. Super good upper chest pump. What are your thoughts on naps? Nap before a workout sounds really nice. I think naps should be applied liberally, honestly. If you've got the time to fit a nap into your week, like even once a week, say you're just chilling out during the day, or you've been playing video games, or you're reading, and you're someone who is like, pretty active and or on a calorie deficit, and you just like, you feel that wave of like sleep coming over you, I say at least once a week, if you can swing it, don't fight it. Now, if it's happening for you every single day, you should look at your overall sleep habits, because it means that you could benefit from getting more sleep at other times. I don't think that people should use naps as a substitute for a better sleep schedule. But if you can't get 7 to 8 hours of sleep, if that's just not possible for you, then like use naps. I know that during the later stages of my bodybuilding prep, having Beowulf tell me that I should just take a nap when my body needs a nap probably did save me from losing a lot of muscle mass that I would have lost if I had not been taking good naps, you know? Ah. Oh. Love this song. Mitch, it's such a good cover. I got so much respect for Miley. Which I don't know why at some point I was not all about Miley Cyrus, but I am now. What's the name of the album? The album with Midnight Sky on it. Super good. I slept on it. Hang on. I'm tired, boss. Naps are anabolic. They really are. Just like sleep in general. If you're trying to lose weight and you're getting 5 to 6 hours of sleep a night, there's a decent amount of research supporting the idea that like you are increasing your chances of losing muscle along with that fat in equal ratios than if you were getting 7 to 8 hours of sleep every night. The quickest explanation is building of muscle. We'll just leave it at that. Development of muscle tissue. Catabolic is when muscle tissue breaks down. So you'll most often hear it in reference to like anabolic steroids, but not all anabolism is not all anabolic activity is related to steroids. Definitely not so. Okay. We're gonna keep doing pull-ups. I wonder if I should superset these with anything. I'm gonna take a moment to write some stuff down. Hang on. Incline pec fly. I'm gonna hate those. Upright rows. And I don't know if I want to do skull crushers again. We'll do DB skull crushers. I was told that I need to grow my delts, so maybe we'll focus on rear delt raises first. I have a petite mal seizure and I have insomnia. Mitch, that stinks, dude. Have you been able to get like sleep aids or things to help you with that? Don't skimp on the abs, mister.
Can Scrap asked me, when you take snaps, do you dream of snapping into a Slim Jim or seeing the cream of the crop rising to the top? Oh, yeah. When I close my eyes, it's all about seeing the cream of the crop rising to the top, brother. Dreams of the macho man, conquering the ring, taking names, and snapping into that Slim Jim. Oh, yeah. Those dreams fuel the fire, and when I wake up, I'm ready to unleash madness and show the world what it means to be the cream snap into it. FL Boy Can Scrap. That's the only way to live.
That's the only way to live. Damn. I didn't think we were throwing around only way to live dialogue around here. Yeesh Louish. Never booted my phone back up. 9, 9. Very thorough answer. Did you expect anything else? Did you expect anything different? From the Macho Man, Randy Savage. Ooh, yeah.
Look like I know what a JPEG is. I just want a picture of a goddamn hot dog. Hot dog. If I look like I know what a JPEG is, I just want a picture of a goddamn hot dog.
Welcome in, Raiders. Oh my god. How was the workout today? How was the workout today? Were you getting it in on the dock again? Raiders, hi. My name is Joe. I go by Cool Runnings here on Twitch. I use he, him pronouns. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays we lift weights. Sometimes on other days we play video games. Right now, run a little partner nudge. Trying to get the numbers up there if we can. We're from the lake workout. It was killer. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Well, thank you for bringing your community over here. What'd you do? What would be like a couple of workouts to use to hit arms, legs, and core? Do you mean with or without equipment? Because there's like the basic movements, right? That you can never go wrong with. Hang on. Raiders, thank you for joining us today. Sorry, one sec, folks. All right. Dumbbells only and a skipping rope. Jump rope and abs hit. Nice. Nice. Hey, folks, I'm sorry to do this. I got to step away for just a moment. I'll be... Welcome back. Thank you for the tab, Ange. Thank you so much. Thank you for the raid. I really appreciate it. Guy in my gym just deadlifted 705 pounds. Love that for them. You know what? I am never, ever... I'm going to say it. I'm never, ever going to be that strong, and I have no problem with that, right? I have no intention. Like, at one point, I was like, it'd be cool to eventually get up to lifting those kind of numbers. But I realized that the goals that I have just do not align with that. So, I will not get that strong. And I am becoming more and more okay with that realization. Nope. Ah, come on. Fine. Yeah, that's a lot of weight. That's some big weight. Josh, did they make it look easy? Was it just like one of those big singles where they yoinked it up and then dropped it? Or did they really have to fight God? Because I feel like at 700 pounds, you're fighting a lot of forces of nature, including your joints. Oh, what the? Thank you, Sirely. Yeah, I don't know. That's just like a... That's a different pursuit. It's like we were talking about the other day, how it really doesn't matter what program you go with, except for like figuring out a program and sticking to it, but also knowing, like, figure out a program and stick to it, but know what kind of goals you want to go for. Because if you want to be a powerlifter and you want to lift 700 pounds, again, that's not my thing. But if that's your thing, there's a certain type of lifting that you got to do. Beyond something as well. Hard to say. Hard to say, especially with powerlifting. Powerlifting, it is very difficult, as far as I know. It's really difficult to know if someone's juicing. But I believe those kinds of numbers in powerlifting are possible for people who are natural. I believe so. It takes a lot of training. Hell of a lot of eating. Yeah, Sally, it's kind of incredible how they build barbells nowadays to be to be so resilient as to be able to hold 700 pounds. They just bend, right? Like you'll see these like 7 to 8 foot long barbells that just bend like crazy with that much weight on them. But now that they've got people who are getting so freakishly strong, it's like the technology on barbells has had to keep up with all of these people lifting these insane amounts of weight. Ah! 8. To a certain extent, a barbell is never going to be the same again after you put that amount of weight on it, though. Oh, no, it's all good, Josh. Because, like, they can't make them thicker because it will mess with people's grip. Like, it wouldn't be... Like, you'd think it would work to just make thicker bars, but then you're doing a different type of lift. At the Arnold this past year, we watched the elephant bar lifts, which are like, I think the bar is like that big around. And so like people have to grab it like that when they're deadlifting. They can't get their whole hand around it, you know? Officially has the biggest deadlift in the gym. Dude, that's great. What a cool day for him. Unless he's a jerk. If he's a jerk, then forget it. But if he's nice, and I hope he has a great day. What big congratulations. What big congratulations. I'd love to hit some PRs this year. I mean, I'm already like stronger on certain things than much stronger than I used to be. Like those incline presses that I was doing a while ago. I used to not be able to do more than like even just like a year ago, like 60 pounds on those bad boys. He's a nice guy. So I'm glad to hear it. You know, sometimes it's fine that a jerk succeeds, but I don't have to be happy about it. What'd you say about the workout stuff that I asked for? Yeah. So if you just have dumbbells and you're looking for a basic workout, man, I really should just write this shit down. Here's a couple options for you, right? If you look up on YouTube 10-minute or 15-minute home dumbbell workout, you will have a guided workout that keeps you, like there will be a ton of creators that have made like a timer workout that'll get you the right amount of rest or run you through a circuit. But in general, like squats, presses, both outward chest presses, you could either do them on the ground or do them on a bench if you have a bench. Overhead presses, curls, right? Any one single leg exercise, be that like a split squat where you're starting here and doing this whole deal, or if you're actually doing lunges, going back, like it's okay to hold on to something while you do a lunge. But in this like context, I'm not going to be able to give you like a really good routine. If you DM me on Discord, I'm happy to help. But there are some really good YouTube videos. You hit the 315 deadlift? Wait, like just now? Berg, did you just hit your first 315? Immediately hugged Josh and said, "You're next, big guy." Then cleaned an overhead press, Josh. Yeah, Lunar, I'm not trying to be like push you away or be unhelpful. I just want to make sure that like that you're getting like the actual support that you could get for something like that. And me just saying like do 10 push-ups and then do 10 squats. Like, if I had a written program ready to go, I would share it with you. But I need to look at the stuff that I had put together. But if you get in on the Discord and DM me, I'll get back to you. Ah. Ah. Yeesh. We're done. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Run Club. Wednesday. Dude, congrats, Bird. That's sick. Wait, does Hugh Jackman really say that? That feels so out of character for him. Like 100%, that feels very out of character for Hugh Jackman. Hugh Jackman. Huge Ekman. I've got a huge acumen. Yep. Thank you, hon. I've got a huge acumen to share with you. He would sing it. 24601. Gonna tan outside. Nancy, hello. Thank you for the lurky lurk. Get a shot for Nancy Squirts. I gotta stop saying that. I've said multiple times Nancy Squirts, just as like a joke. But like, it's Nancy Squats. Nancy's prepping for her first bodybuilding competition. So if you want to see Nancy go through the same journey, her own version of the same journey. Yeah. Said that to lure manly mans to buy tickets to a movie or something. No, Mitch, you do not have to apologize. We love Billie Eilish. About some Billie Eilish. I would not call myself an avid listener, but I'm with it. Duh. Although every time I hear this song, I think of the like TikTok that someone made of it's just Danny DeVito from Always Sunny in Philadelphia doing his own little thing to this. Like his character, it was like a mashup. I do not believe that Danny DeVito only exists in It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Just to be clear. Though it may be his most iconic role in recent years. Man, I wish my shoulders felt more stable while I was doing that. Thanks for being here, Nancy. I really appreciate it. Whew. Billy is a zoomer. Damn, like I've completely lost the plot on Gen Z at this point, if I'm being honest. We were playing Gloomhaven last night, and we were parsing out Ohio Skibbity Riz and trying to just fully engage with it. And I looked like Skibbity Toilet being a phrase. I was like, okay, that one I have not heard. I look it up, and it's like a Gmod thing. We've gone full circle back to fucking Gary's mod. Are you kidding me? Nobody thought Gary's Mod was funny when I thought it was funny. I just... Ay. Bear, welcome in. That one made me mad. I was like, everyone in high school thought I was weird for liking Gmod and thinking that shit was funny. And now everyone's just like throwing around a Gmod reference. Whatever. I'm technically Gen Z. I have no idea what's going on. I mean, I am cuspy, allegedly. Allegedly, I am on the cusp. I've been cusping since I was born. We're doing 35 pounds. I think I did 12. Cusping so hard right now. Ahead of his time, just like Lady Gaga. Man. I wish I could just listen to Lady Gaga without thinking of my time as a radio intern. That was a rough bit. Waking up at 4 o'clock in the morning to do a 40-minute drive to get to the radio station. I ate so many Egg McMuffins that summer because of the fact that McDonald's was the only place that was open at that time. And eventually I became friends with the drive-thru staff that were there for the 24-hour shift at 4 o'clock in the morning. Heading off to the station? Yep. And then since I never actually talked in the station because I was an intern, like, that was pretty much where the conversation ended. Here's your sandwich. Enjoy your, enjoy your, terrible BM later today. Man. Oh, I wish I had a cable machine at home. God, that feels so much better on my shoulders with cables. What's up, baby? How you doing, Lou? Welcome in, Coach Lou. We're good. I'm running out of time. I'm gonna push hard with what I got. Welcome in, Tech. Good to see you, dude. How you been? Backstreet's back. Gen Z. Bro, if Backstreet Boys come back, I'm just gonna consider that one to be validating. Welcome in, Rick. If you could use English in chat, please. Thank you. English only, please. Thank you. Lost when it comes to knowing which terms are Zoomerisms and which are attributed to Gen Alpha. I mean, it's like come full circle, right? Bear, this week has been so exhausting. Very, very, very exhausting, but it's fine. I took today off. I took today off of work, and apparently, like, Microsoft is just, like, falling apart. We don't use Teams or anything, so it was fine for me. You know Billie Eilish is a year younger than me? They have a new album, I think. We're listening to it in a long drive back. Might have been a different boy band from that era. Okay. If I have a new Backstreet Boys album to listen to, I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll do it while I mow the lawn. Tabs, welcome in. How are you doing? Good to see you. Is the first job always discussing murder hell? I'm still not over mine. You talking about like your first career job? We're swinging. I use Microsoft Teams, OneDrive, SharePoint, no problems. Apparently, it's not everyone's getting stuck with it, but we use G Suite, so. Whew, you got stuck in Myrtle Beach this past weekend. There are worse places to be stuck. There are certainly cheaper places to be stuck, though, so I hope your wallet is okay. I went to Myrtle Beach once. We golfed 36 holes a day for 3 days when we were in Myrtle Beach. I'm gonna be honest, like I kind of like golf. Like I like golf enough to play it. 36 holes a day is a miserable experience. I do not wish that on anybody. Like if you really love the sport, you will really not love the sport after doing it for 8 hours a day for 3 days. It was like going to training camp. Spent so much time sitting on a cart, getting up, walking over, hitting a ball, sitting on a cart, driving over to the sand trap, hit out of the sand trap, hit into the next sand trap, drive over to the next sand trap, hit out of the sand trap, hit up next to the green, chip it over the green, chip it back onto the green and watch it roll off the front of the green, putt it back up to the hole, then putt it in. Oh, it lipped around the hole. That was my Myrtle Beach golf experience because all the courses were really hard. Coach Lou, how are you doing today, big guy? How's your soul? How's Macro Factor treating you? Do I need to talk to old Jeffy Nips? Or Mr. Greggy Knuckles? No, that's it. Oh. I was going to drop those if I let them go too much longer. That was a good set. It's like the driving range, hit ball, go burr. Yeah, I had a golf coach ruin the driving range for me. It just like can't just be a fuck around and hit balls anymore. Cause he put into my brain that like when you're on the range, you should take that time seriously. Picture every shot. Don't just hit balls. Don't just smack the driver. Think about, if I were on the course right now, where would I land that? I can't stop doing that when I'm on the driving range. I do have fun still. I do still enjoy doing that. All right. At one point, I did think that I was going to try to do live streamed speed golfing, or just like walking 9 and streaming it. If I get there early enough in the morning, no one's going to know or care. Mess recently, but it's fine. Macro Factor's been kind. New low weigh-in this week. Nice, dude. Full nippered. I'm happy for you, Lou. I'm happy it's feeling manageable. Because I was worried about you. We all were. You made great progress. And I know you're happy about the weight loss. So I won't dish too much more. But as long as your mental health is in good shape, that's all we need for you. Everything else will come along with it. Reset. Man, I did not give myself enough time today. Getting there early enough. Also means phone won't overheat. That's true. Yeah. Because I could walk 9 in an hour and a half, basically. Huh. Florida boy, come back. Mental health is fucked, not because of diet. Yeah, I mean, you've been sharing some stuff, which I appreciate your openness on. And I'm sorry you're going through that, dude. I would be absolutely gobsmacked having to deal with the stuff that you were putting up with, you know? Getting that little curveball. Oh. You know what? I told wifey I would stop lifting at 1, and it's 112. So we are going to have to skimp on abs today. We're going to have to skimp on some other stuff. But we're going to call this just kind of like closing out the down weight. So we'll do these, we'll do this set of upright rows with some decent intensity. Having at least one set to failure, I think will be good for me. I'm not going yet. I'm not going yet. Yeah. I didn't plan today well enough. I'm going to try not to stress out about it, but if I really want to do an actual partner push, I need to be more intentional. I need to be much more intentional. I need to be more communicative. And that's fine. That's fine. Welcome back, Lunar. Probably talk about it, so it's good to share. Writing letters for other stuff, it's kind of helped. Money issue is one thing. I got you. I got you. Enough sad boy energy. Let's get swole. Let's get swelly. Let's get swelly with this PB and jelly. Oh, I know what I'm having for lunch today. PB and J, here we come. Ah, come on. Reset. Ah. Ah. And see straight. It is the 3 fruits, which means it's like the cheapest preserves you can buy, made of the slop of what's left from all the other fruits. Creamy because wifey doesn't like crunchy. 400 grams, 5 grams of carbs in the whole thing for a calzone? No, there's no way. I mean, unless they made the dough from, like, well, you'd have to make the dough from almond flour and Greek yogurt or something. What's going on outside? White sharp cheddar. You put cottage cheese in your grilled cheese? That's a move, Tabs. That sounds amazing. Yeah, I won't have much time to cook, but I think I am gonna get some food. Man, what a fun day. I'm going to not think about the numbers right now. And we are just gonna focus on the fact that we got to like hang out in the garden together, chill out a little bit, enjoy some fresh, fun time. I'm gonna go eat some cucumbers, maybe make a big honky chonky PBJ. And let's see who can bring y'all over to C for the day. Who's you know what? Let's hit up Argy. Let's hit up Argy. Quad, hello. Welcome in, Quad. Cucumber. Will this work? Yeah, it does. We're gonna go see Argy. I love Argy. I love Argy so much. Hey, everyone, thank you so much for joining today, whether it was for a little bit or a lot of bit, whether you're here for the gardening and the tasking, or whether you just popped in for the lift. I really appreciate you. Plan is, for sure, on Monday, we're going to be lifting. We might lift on Sunday. I do not know what's going to happen with my schedule. We might lift on Sunday. So if you're around Sunday afternoon, around this time, we could be doing our lifting together. Maybe we'd do that. We'll see how everyone feels. I'm just going to say, I'm gonna just be a little more open. I want to hit partner this month. I'm gonna be consistent with streams. I'm gonna move other things around so that we can make sure that our time together is protected. But I'm gonna ask for that support. I have avoided asking for that support and asking for folks to just like if you get one other person to come into this stream over the next month and just like hang out for a little bit, check things out. That could make just a world of difference, right? So consider telling some folks. I'm gonna try to make the rounds, but we're gonna try to push for partner this month and see if that can happen for us. And if it doesn't, you know what? We tried. We're gonna take 69 of y'all over to see King Argy. Please grab one of those raid messages. That's a subby raid message. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to someone else. Do a little something that fills your tank this week. I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.